And
Mm.
then, like I said, I've been getting some DMs about, hey, can you do the orb or that OPR and the futures chart? And I, since futures can trade all night, there's really, yeah, there's the opening at 9 o'clock, but I mean, you're still trading all night. I never really looked at it to play the orb on. I guess you can at right there at 9 or at 9:30. So I was trying to find a different strategy that you could play the whole freaking night, man. And I think I come up with a pretty decent one that you can literally play it all night, and it's actually not too bad.
I play all night futures. I have my strategy. I put it in, every night I have a different, set that I put in, and 95% makes money.
Mhm. Now, like the strategy I'll show is it's mainly for small accounts and it's scalping trading because you're only taking 20 pips, 20 pip profit, and that's all you're taking. So I showed my back testing. I think I can still upload this file. Is it this one here? So when I back test it, this is what I came up with, the wins and losses. Um, you know, it's a 15-minute and a 30-minute. The 15-minute, they're almost identical. But what I liked about it was the consecutive wins. So, there's 13, 14 consecutive wins. And if you're playing, I was figuring like with a small count, basically 3 contracts or whatever the hell they are on futures, you know, so that'll be like $30 if you get 20 pips one way or the other. It's either a $30 win or a $30 loss. So if you take that $30 times, that, 27 wins over, 30 thing trade, that's like what, $800 or something like that. And then, the losses are only $90. So I mean, to me, the win risk reward ratio is just freaking awesome. I haven't traded it live yet. I just been, like I said, back testing it, and I've been using this. It's the Russell's future. It's MK M2K is what I've been looking at, and that's where I come up with the those 30 wins on the Russells. I started looking at the MES futures and seeing how it would play out with it, but I haven't really. I don't have enough back testing information on it yet. I mean, hell, we could back test it right now and go over it and see if it is going to be a decent strategy for the MES or not. I don't if you guys want to do that.
I need 3D glasses to look at this chart, man. It feels like
That's why we're on the daily. I'm like, what the hell? Where's my damn chart at?
it feels like I need the 3D joints, man.
Listen to him. You got jokes.
I mean, I could change the color too for you, but here's the whole idea of the strategy. Okay, two indicators. It's called breakout and swing is the indicator, and it's by. Now I'm not telling anybody to switch over and trade futures because we're here listening to Jimmy, and this is that type of
Discord. Hmm.
Discord. So I don't want you to guys, oh, we're going to switch over and start trading the futures because that's definitely not what I'm saying here. I just got asked about a strategy for, hey, is there a strategy for the futures? And like I said, I really didn't play two good strategies, and I was just sitting there trying to come up with something, watching YouTube, see how other people play it, and kind of mash a couple different ones together, and said, hey, this thing here, it actually works pretty decent. Um, so the other one is 10 and 1 MACD indicator. And when you first put that on, it's like, what in the hell um, is going on? So for the top, for that breakout and swing, if you get it, what you have to do is basically uncheck everything but the breakout. I mean, you could take these off too. Leave the breakout, and I think the breakout might even be in black color. Just change it to white or a color that you can read on your chart. If you've got a white screen, obviously you're gonna leave it black because it'll really stand out. The close time frame, change it to either 15 minutes or 30, and that's where I came up with those two different, like the 15-minute and 30. I knew someone was gonna say something, but But like the 30-minute chart I came up with, or when this was on 30, it come up with 27 and 3 losses, and then you could switch it to 15, and that's where it came up with the other 26 and 4. So either way, they're very comparable. The When I was watching a person do something like this, he had it on the daily chart, and it just wouldn't work for it's just a straight line really. It didn't work. So that's when I started like which time frame worked the best in here, and I found that the 30-minute and the 15 kind of worked out the best. Um, this other 10 and 1 indicator, I wonder if I save this as default, it'll go back to that one, right? So if I hit reset, now it'll probably screw it up on it. But normally I'll just put all these on here. It would have all these damn colors are on the chart whenever you first load it up. It's like a whole bunch of, what the hell is this, code running in. On that one, you uncheck everything but the 75, 100, and 200. Um, and it's basically, when I looked at it, if you would put the 75 EMA, the 100 SMA, and the 200 SMA on your chart as lines, whenever it's above those lines, it'll be green. When it's below the lines, it's red on here. So it's kind of a easier way to say, okay, it's above the 200, it's below the 200 or whatever. So the way the strategy plays out is once it breaks this line, and if it's all these are red, so we'll say, okay, it's coming up, moving up, moving up, it comes down, it breaks this line. 3 red candles, that would be your entrance. You could do it one of two ways now. You can try to play it on his first candle that breaks it, or for validation, wait for that second candle, because if it's green and pulling back up, you might be like, okay, I'm not going to play it. But if it's red, for me, I'd be Barney Fifing this. So I'd see it turn red. That's when be my entrance point, and it's 20 pips. So I come here, you go, why isn't it clicking on that? There we go. Inputs, that's why.
Yo, you make more money with the futures than with options here on a play like this?
So this is $30 with 3 contracts. It'd be $30 and 3. So
How
you
much are
drag it,
you how much are
it'd be
you
like boom,
wagering
boom,
to
boom,
make that $30?
150.
Okay, use 150
That's
and
like
make
it.
$30. Okay.
Because it's $50 a contract and you play 3. So if you drag at, wins loss, you just drag it across, you could see, okay, you take profit. And I'm saying bare minimum it's 30. If you want to hold past that because it hit your profit target, and if it obviously you're not going to be dumb. Like I said, I'm freaking stupid, but I'm not dumb. If it's pushing down strong, you could hold into it more, and then maybe on a pullback, okay, I'm going to get out. So you're making 30 plus. But on the stop loss side of it, I was playing it if a candle closes above this, so it can wick above it, but once it closes, that's when I get out. So a lot of times I found it'll wick and then come back down in, and then it'll move back down in that direction. We're on MES, right? Yeah. So like I said, I haven't tested it on MES. So right here, this one would have been a winner.
Look at
So
that
we could get
flag.
out of that one.
That flag look good right there. Look at that flag.
Uh,
How
Oof.
often?
Oof, I love that.
you know,
Okay. Can you hear me?
yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
How often did the did you pull? Did you stop out at that
I did
level?
4 on the 15-minute. I did 4 stops, and then on the 30-minute, 3 stops out of 30 trades. Consecutively, I had 2 losses in a row on the 15-minute. On the 30-minute, I only had 1 loss in a row, and then wins in a row. I had 14 on the 30 and 13 on the 15-minute.
Well, what
Um,
would have happened if you had brought your stop loss down 50%? Because looking at your red line and what you showed on the screen just now, I didn't see. You're talking about a huge.
no, this is MES. So I'm not sure. You might have to change it with MES because, like I said, I was trading it on M2K, and it
Okay.
doesn't move nearly as MES. You're lucky if it moves 10 points. where MES probably moves 10 points in a matter of
I
seconds.
guess it depends
So,
on the ATR then. I got you.
so yeah,
That
I'm guessing.
MNQ. MNQ is moving.
So
Always. Much more.
on MES, you may have to remember this is for small accounts too.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you might
yeah.
have to, instead of 20 pips, you might have to do 10 pips on here, and that'll sink down your. And like I said, I haven't tested it on MES yet, but I guess it would be a pretty big freaking loss. The wins on here wouldn't be $30. I think it'll be. Well, let's just go back and see. We'll do we'll replay this here to this point. So that'll be the break of the line. Of course, here it really didn't close above this breakout line and then break back down through. It kind of pushed up and pushed down. So technically, this really wouldn't be an entrance, but we'll just say this is an entrance. So we'll say 3 contracts and then do that. If we do 20 pips, and we'll see what it does price wise for us. 67 bucks. Now for me, if I was
You would've-
playing this live, I would have got out already on that there. I said it's close enough, I'm getting out. But, to run it to see, hey, is this going to work or not? I said, no, we're going to keep going until it actually hit that line. So it hit that line right there. And as you can see, that's 86 bucks. Well, back there, it's probably not 86. It's who knows how much more, probably about 80 bucks maybe. So it'd probably be an $80 win, $80 loss then with a $150 gamble,
Right.
so to
So I was
speak.
thinking if you lowered your, never mind, your stop to 50%.
Hey, Fibs,
That'd
real
be
quick.
10. So that'd be 10 pips, right?
Just
Hey,
your stop, not your take profit. Yeah.
yeah, I gotta put.
So
I'm
that's a
gonna go
2
put
to
the little
1,
ones
right?
down. I gotta go put the little
Right.
ones down. I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna let you guys hold it down from here. Fibs, I like this. I like what I'm seeing, man. Thank you for showing me about the extensions. I'm gonna see how I can incorporate that moving forward. I'm gonna let
Cool,
you
man.
guys continue doing your thing. And oh yeah, by the way, man, that level's holding up, man. ES is dropping. Anyhow, guys, take care, man. Have an amazing trading day tomorrow. If you don't hear from me, you don't see from me, man. Hit that green book. Wait for your trade. You guys are gonna kill it. You guys are gonna hit it out the park. You guys are doing so well since you joined the Discord anyway. So, talk to you in a bit. You guys are in great hands. Allstate, aka Fibs. Take care.
Great info tonight too, man. Good job, Eric Golden.
You got it. You got it, guys.
So like, right there, it actually would go on that one, and then you could go back and, like I said, the good thing about it is this line doesn't repaint. So technically, you can go back and say, okay, if it crosses above it, I'm going to get in it or get out here. Whenever it bends down like this, I don't count that. It has to be flat and be like down below here and then break up. And then that would count as, okay, am I going to get in or not? So the whole way here. So here it's above it. I probably wouldn't count that because it's right on the bend. And it'd be your choice, that like when I'm back testing it, I wouldn't get in here, but you can go in and say, okay, even on the breakout candle, it's not 3 red, it's only 2 green and 1 red. So you're going to miss out on a lot of trades. Yeah. But at the same time, the win loss ratio, to me, it doesn't matter because the win loss ratio is so good that I don't care if I miss out on these big runs or not because there's always another trade in the stock market. Everybody knows
Yeah.
that.
Why'd you pick 20 pips?
Because I got a small account, dude. Like I said, I got $500 and I'm trying to think, okay, how much can I put on here? Or because 20 pips is like I said, $30 is 30 bucks. Of course, not on MES. This is M2K.
Right.
And it adds up. Like I said, hitting home runs isn't me. So base hits, and that's basically
Yeah.
$30 base
Yeah.
hits
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
what I'm doing. And it gives a little bit of play for your stop loss. Like I said, on M2K, it actually worked out really good. So here, for example, on MES, it broke down below that breakout level, then it come back up above it. So on that green candle that broke above it, to me, that wouldn't be an entrance because there's 2 green and 1 red. They all have to be the same color.
Mm-hmm.
But could have you jumped in? Yeah, and that could have been a decent win, of course. Over here, it broke up, same thing. It wasn't the whole thing. That's why I said it's not always going to be, you're going to get in on the breakout. Here it's above it. It broke down, and then, like I said, normally it breaks down, and then on that second candle, if you want a validation, so it really didn't break through. It tried to. So on this one, if you make your entrance there and do your 20 pips, you could see it hit, right right here, it hit your 20 pips, and it didn't even pull up against your loss.
Right.
So right there would have been 2. So here it's above it. It breaks down through it. It's all red. There's 3 reds down there on both of those candles. So for me, I'd say, okay, if it pushes down, I want validation. I'm Barney Fifing it, getting in right at the top. 20 pips. Drag it over and hit there. So right there, that's 3 wins in a row. Coming back here, it broke up. That candle's green there. So if you get in on this one, now this, like I said, if you wait for that validation, you see how that wick's on the top? To me,
Hmm.
that wouldn't be a good one. What's that wick tell you? That's a bearish move, ain't it? It
Right.
tried to
Yep.
push up and didn't. So there's little nuances to it. So it's not like an automatic, oh, I'm going to get in. I'm going to look at it. Watch these candles, kind of like with the orb play. Oh, man, that's bearish. I mean, hey,
So
yeah, could you want to try it? But no, I'm not going to
you
try it.
know what
I'm
I'm
going to,
seeing though? I'm seeing when you have a strong move with your 920 cross, it
Mhm.
follows your whatever the white line is. I don't know what you call that.
Yeah, it's called the breakout.
The
I
breakout
tried
line.
to, that's why I added that to it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put that 920 on just to see, like, if I'm in it, it hits the 20 pips. But if they're not, like, it's still riding a 9 and going down, maybe hold on to it a little bit even more just to
Right.
see. So
Yeah,
here
because
it
it
broke
looks
above it, and on the candle, it breaks down through. It's a red candle, even though it's
mhm,
green afterwards. It's a red candle on that one. So you say, okay, Barney Fife it on that next candle. Set it to 20 pips, drag it over, and it's a winner. So what was that, 4 or 5 now?
mhm.
Um, and it's just, you know,
Yeah, but when
you,
it's trading sideways, if you look at it when it's trading sideways, it's not a good play. Just like you would with a 920, that wouldn't be
yeah,
good plays when it's trading sideways or consolidating.
like here it's consolidating. So to me, it'd have to be, you know, it's up, and then when it breaks, it breaks. It's here, it's consolidating, nah,
Mhm.
and then it broke to the upside. You know,
But again,
since these candle,
I'm looking
I
at all the
wouldn't
data.
I wouldn't get in here. I mean, again, you could, but to me, I didn't do this because it's already above that line. So I don't count that as, hey, it's breaking above, even though these are wicking below it. It has to be a clean break. So, it's below the line, and then it actually breaks up above the line.
I
Like,
got you.
like here, that red candle it's below the line, closed. The
Hmm.
next candle, green, green, everything's green. Okay, you jump in to the upside. Where was that at? It was right here. Barney Fife that bitch again. 20 pips, drag it over to see if it's going to hit, and then hit. So I mean, it works both ways, up and down. and
Right.
and like I said, the bad thing about it is you have to have patience, because it's not going to happen, like I said, every 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It could be an hour long, or whatever. And that's the great thing about futures, though. You can play them. Like here, it broke down. Of course, those are all doji candles, and there's no all. Actually, it
How's that
is.
work on a higher time frame?
Honestly, I don't know. I just tried it on the 1 minute.
The futures. I have a small, tiny account that I'm starting with $200 every week, and I empty it out every Friday. And I'm just playing for myself, single contract on mini ES, mini NQs, and mini oil. These 3 things, what I trade on that. And I traded $50 per run,
So
up or
one
down.
contract.
Huh? One
So one,
contract.
yeah, one contract's $50.
$50, meaning on NQ it's
Yeah.
25 points. On ES, it's also ES is I think 15 points, and on oil it's 25. It's 50 points. So usually I use only the 9 and the 20s, just the 9 and the 20s in VWAP. That's it, nothing else. And I run it. I put in the order, and I don't put in a stop, because if it goes sour, I will always have the ability, because my account I can put in, my small account I can put in instantly money. So I will always put in, if it's false, more than 50 points, I'm gonna put in more money, $100 more, to have to for uh
So you
to
don't
have
get
liquid.
liquidated. Yeah.
They'll get liquidated, and I buy another contract for 50 points below, and I reduce the profit just to 25 points. That's the way I play it.
Yeah, I mean, you could play it that way too. It's just a lot of people don't have that
And I
ability
do
to just
the
dump money into it like that.
there's a brokerage called Trade Sniper. It's only on your phone. It does not have a. It's Cunningham Equities. It's a huge brokerage. They usually they're not so known, and you can put in money with your debit card instantly. It's
Cool.
not, you cannot connect it to any other brokerage. I mean, it's but their execution is on the spot. Amazing execution. I use Cunningham for my regular trading platform with full. Well, how to call him? I forget his name all the time. I use it every single day and I forget it.
All right, let me answer some
Full
questions here.
margin.
Okay.
Full margin. I have Cunningham. It requires you to trade full margin. But they have a app. It's called Trade Sniper that you do not need full margin to trade.
Hmm.
So I trade from my personal. I trade on Trade Sniper.
Cool.
E4.
Mhm.
It's two different things, two different
Yeah.
ways, strategies that I'm using. And this style, I slowly the 9 to the 20 and VWAP. That's it.
But Kathy Kim, this is basically it's called a breakout method, or I'm calling it like the 20 pip method. It's trading futures, and like I said, I'm not telling people to trade futures. Uh, and it's basically like I was showing earlier. Now this trade's probably going to be a losing trade. You wait for, it breaks down below the line, and then once it breaks up above the line and you have 3 green on that candle, basically you could get in on that first candle, or if you want to wait, get in on that second candle. So I'd like for confirmation, and then like on that candle, like say Barney Fife it or whatever, and go with 20 pips, and then draw it out. Of course, that one would have been a $30 loss, or on here, $80 loss. But again, for me, how I play, I w- this spike here, I would have been out. I would have been like, that's close enough for me. I'm getting out. But for purposes of the strategy, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to test it, see if it hits it. It hits the stop loss. Well, this time it hit the stop loss. So what? Out of 6 trades, 1 hit the stop loss now.
And
Um,
that looks like it was about 2 hours.
is that what it was?
I don't know. I just made that up.
And then
3 hours, 16 to 9, 16. That's not
oh
hours.
yeah,
Those are minutes. My bad. That's
and
120.
actually, just to be safe, I would not trade after 4 o'clock, because at 4:45 you have to exit your trades. If you don't exit your trades on futures, then instead of having only a $50 margin, you have to have it might be 1,000. I
Full
can't
margin.
remember.
It's
Yeah,
full
you have
margin.
full
It's called full
margin.
margin. Yes.
And if you
Full
have a
margin
small
for
account,
mini NQ it's $1,100 for mini NQ. Mini ES is 1,100, and for mini NQ is 1,730, I think, something like that.
so if you have a small account, it would wipe your account out. Then it liquidates you there, because
And when
it's
they're
it
liquidated, they're going to
requires
charge you
more money.
$10 liquidation fee.
And $10. Yeah. Um, Trade
Sounds like
Monkey.
you had that
Excuse me.
happen.
Trade Monkey. The 10 and 1 indicator. What you want to do with that is you uncheck everything but the 75, the 100, and the 200, and that's basically kind of like the EMAs and SMAs. Usually if it's above the 200, hey, you want to get in calls. If it's below it, you're going to get inputs, and these lines represent that to where you don't have to look and have lines on your chart up here. Like I said, I just added the 920. Before, when I was testing it, it was just like this. I was going off, didn't even worry about the 920, going through and seeing where it breaks. Here it's below. It's
That's a
actually
good one.
touching, so that one count. Here it's above, breaks below. It's red, so that probably going to be a loss. Oops, I hit the wrong one. Be this one. 20 pips. No, it hit it. It wicked. See, that's a good thing. The good thing about, for me, like say taking profits, if it wicked, I count that because you'd get out. If it's a wick above this, I wouldn't get out unless it closes above it. So that's how I was, when I do these, that's how I was testing it. So right there, that's what, 7 trades with 1 loss. Here it's above, breaks down through red. We get in.
Yeah, you're gonna win on that one too.
I mean, I probably don't even have to draw the pips, but that's a win. And then it'd be up to you if you want to, like, oh, I'm going to get right back in. So now it's breaking above. Is it, the candle that breaks is this one. It's 2 green and 1 red. And like I said, if you want to wait for confirmation and use that and say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get in there. Well, I guess you can. But for me, if I just got out of a trade, I'm not going to get in another trade. But if you did do that, I'm sure this will probably be a loss.
That'll be, yeah.
Yeah, because right here it would have stopped you out down here.
Hmm.
But I mean, that's, like I said, all on how you play. Like for me, when I was doing this, I would play it. If I literally just got in a trade, I wouldn't get in a very next trade. I'd wait for, the next one, because that's how I play in real life. I don't go back to back, contracts right away and get in another one right away. So here, breaking up, no, it's coming down. This one's definitely going to be a loss. 20 pips. So yeah, it would have stopped you out up here. Coming down here, it's breaking. It finally breaks through here. It's red. And that was a win.